Good evening, everyone. We got the quad tonight here for you. We have Raine versus Uko and LordTaco versus Oxcat. Coming at you live here from the internet. With me, co-commentator Dark Alexander. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Static?
I'm a little sleepy, but I'm hanging in there.
I feel that. Looking forward to another big four-way race here. It's been very exciting so far. I'm still worn out from last night's adventures, so looking forward to some more action.
Oh yeah, and our racers are off. At least the ones on the left side. So we have here the intro. There's not a whole lot for the racers to do. They do need to pick up a crack bat from Tracy's room and equip it at some point. They have 3 opportunities to do so. Otherwise, they'll make their way up and down the mountain once, and then they'll do it again with enemies spawned in, and that's where the real fun begins.
Yeah, first chunk of this game is mostly just about your movement. Knowing how to react to the enemies, knowing when you can stutter and when you just need to despawn. So all kinds of differences can happen right off the bat. So
yeah, that's right. Knowing how the enemies move and how to manipulate them into not hitting you is a very valuable skill here in Earthbound. So, as the race gets started up, we can talk about what Boogey percent is. It's a partial speed run of the Earthbound video game. Time ends when you pick up the jar of funny key item from the trash can left behind the Boogey tent boss enemy in Threed.
it's a great introductory category to the full game speed run, but also makes for a great race category. It gives you a taste of all of the different mechanics Earthbound has to offer in a fun-sized package. And with all of the randomness we're about to see, it makes for a very replayable and very lively race category.
Yep, if everyone was here for the last race, you saw just how difficult Earthbound can be. Sometimes it has hands, sometimes it doesn't. It's somewhat interesting that some of the hardest sections in the game are up front here, in your solo nest. Certainly makes for exciting times in a race setting.
Yeah, the first section of this game is notoriously unforgiving just because of how low our hit points and other resources are. So we'll be seeing a few tricks to get us through, but for the most part, it's just knowing the surroundings and knowing how to survive each one of these encounters.
Yes, the interesting thing is, even in a casual playthrough, you're really not that much better leveled than a speedrun playthrough. So while you're in a casual playthrough, you might be a little safer depending on how many fights you take. You're not significantly better off. So the start of the game is just really rough for speedrunner and casual alike.
Just waking up here, we've got Pokey busting through the door. He's trying to give us the lowdown that he did not give us earlier.
Yep, Boogey was up bothering the cops, and then ran away, and now we can't find his brother Picky, so we need to go help him find his brother, who conveniently is back up napping by the meteorite. Alright, we got everyone just about all synced up here.
Beautiful.
So we have the very first exciting section of the game starting off here soon. We'll see what kind of spawns everyone gets, how they can get around them.
4 for 4 on back couch.
You know, Derek in chat says, do you know how disorienting it is to hear Pokey say 4 times but desync all from each other? I can only imagine. We have everyone dodging the first enemy out of the gate. That crow got pretty close to LordTaco.
Crow is out for blood.
Yep, Oxcat here, unfortunately running into dogs. Dogs are the hardest enemy to evade. They come straight at you. Snakes you can stutter past. Crows, they do have what I term a satellite move type of movement where they swing around back and forth. You can get them caught up on the geometry somewhat reliably. Okay.
Raine and Uko both doing a good job getting the dog caught up there at the trees.
Yeah. Uko also had a very good dog get caught up in the tree.
Taco got hung up on the terrain there and got red swirled by the crow, unfortunately. It's very easy to get hung up on all of the little corners and edges here walking through Earthbound, especially once you have cover from things like the trees. You don't necessarily know where the collision starts.
Yeah.
So if an enemy's coming at you, it can be pretty much unavoidable.
Yeah, Oxcat's doing some fancy footwork there to avoid a dog. So no, everyone's made it past the spawns, made it up to the top of the hill. LordTaco's slightly behind, but with all the RNG in this game, that a couple of seconds they're behind doesn't really matter. Anything can happen.
If there's still a kid alive, you're still in it.
Yep, Raine being the first past the data dump here by our good dung beetle fly friend here.
But not a bee.
Definitely not a bee. And we'll be coming up on our first fight, a boss fight here. It's more or less just an auto-scroller. Buzz will protect the party against psi attacks, and the boss only does psi attacks. So unless you do some shenanigans, you can't lose this fight. The only question is how much time it takes to get through it.
Buzz is always going to be reshielding between the turns. We want to see charging forward, ideally, for triple digits if we can. Starman's got 200 hit points, and 150 is a great way to start there. So even with a weak second attack, Raine should be able to get through this in a 2-cycle. Uko's got a 109 charge forward there, also a very nice roll.
Yeah, very good. Getting a lot of fire betas tonight, so I don't think I've seen any freezes come out yet. Freeze is the best option besides Starman guarding. Fire is the slowest. And Raine is completed. Starman Jr. 745, first one out.
Taco and Oxcat both working their way through.
Uko now having completed Starman Jr. Slightly over 8 minutes. Still very good times for our runners here. Sub 8 is very, very good. Oxcat having completed her fight here on their way to the next section of the game.
And Taco has Starman down as well, so all 4 runners through the first boss.
One last info dump from our friend Buzz here. A little bit of tricky menuing here. Yes, he does ask 2 yes/no questions. First one you need to say yes to, second one he's had to say no to. So just beware so you don't get caught up in a dialogue loop.
Yep, always painful to accidentally mash through that yes when you ask if you want to hear it again. As much as we like spending our time with Buzz.
Alright, Raine will be on his way down the mountain. There's a couple of potential spawns along the way, but nothing... It's a little harder to get them caught up in geometry. There's not a lot of geometry around for the enemies to get caught on. So you can get caught off guard here, especially in a bad spot against a dog. That crow should be pretty safe though, yep. You want to talk about the shopping here, Dark Alexander?
Yeah, so we're going to see all of our runners stopping by here at the treehouse to grab Mr. Baseball Cap. We're going to equip this for a very short amount of time. Unfortunately, going to get rid of our friend's generous gift to trade it in for some more money to stock up on a stronger weapon, because we're not going to make it far with the cracked bat. We want to get a cheat bracelet, and we want to get ourselves a regular baseball cap in exchange for the Mr. Baseball Cap. So our runners are going to grab $40 here out of the ATM, load themselves up with some fresh equipment, and work our way down to the shark fight.
Oh, no double dog.
Oh, man.
The dog pincer.
Too many dogs.
Not much LordTaco could do there. But smashes his way through very quickly. Yeah, that's kind of a suspicious crow there. I wouldn't have tried to get past it myself. My Oxcat did take a red swirl on a snake on the way down, so both LordTaco and Ox did get caught by one enemy.
Raine into shark fight number one with the Pogo Punk here. Got charged forward right out of the gate. The stronger of the two attacks. Falling down is ideal. Wasted the turn for the Pogo Punk, so not too bad of a fight. A little low on HP, but we're going to get ourselves a hamburger here and an extra level up.
Yeah, the level up gets them in a pretty good HP range for the next fight, depending on how risky you want to be. We saw some risky plays in the arcade last race, going into these fights with low HP. But wow,
Oxcat doing a despawn walk here. Following the line down the road and ducking behind the hospital to avoid as many of the shark spawns as we can. So we've got a clear walk down here to Shark 1.
Yep, and you want to take both Pogo Punk fights. Not only do they both drop burgers, but you do need some EXP so you can get the HP to survive Frank. And Raine here into the Frank fight, one of the most dangerous fights in Boogey %. You pretty much have to heal on any damage you take here, because Frank just does that much. Whoa, that's a lot of punks down there on LordTaco's side. Hopefully they have enough invulnerability thing after this fight to get back into the arcade.
Brandishing lots of knives here. Got one more life up in the tank.
Yep, you know what? Raine want to, I would say rely on burgers, but they made it through Frank. First one done with Frank.
Very nice. Getting the level up there recharges our psychic points enough to get an extra life up for Frankie Stein.
Yeah, it's very nice how that works out.
Yeah, they were very generous that way.
Yeah, Frankie Stein here wastes a turn and then does either a weak or strong hit. So the strong hit can do in the low 30s of HP of damage, so just be mindful of how much HP you do have. It's otherwise not a terribly dangerous fight. Uko out of PP, having to use burgers to heal, or bread rolls. Taking that bread roll down from the hill is very nice. Oh, that's a miss.
Oh no.
Ends up going for a KO. Oh, that's a 28.
Drop on the bread roll there.
Oh, another 28. No.
Oh no.
Oh, but that's a
gut save. We'll take those.
No. Man, what is this? Frank fight for Oxcat here.
So nasty.
It's not supposed to be doing like single-digit HP of damage to Frank. That seems.
I'm wondering if something's missing because the psychic points seem off too. To have two there, I'm curious how we got to that point.
Did Oxcat not equip the T-ball bat? Because LordTaco doing about double the damage.
That was a correct bat.
Oh no. Oxcat unfortunately taking a KO will respawn here at Ness's house, confirming that yes, they do have the cracked bat. Oxcat confirming in chat that he missed shopping.
Well, that's a problem.
Unfortunately, the crackpad just doesn't give you the power to really make your way through the Frank fight at this level. LordTaco
If only Pixie was working on a pizza at this point.
I don't know, the pizza's like $99. I don't know. But taking a KO anywhere no net, unless you save at the hotel, you respawn here at Ness's house, and you have to. There's a unavoidable photo trigger here you have to take, wasting even more time, unfortunately.
It looks like we got LordTaco through all of the Frank fights. Raine is into the burger shopping before we head into Giant Step to start our slug grind. We'll be hunting for a total of 22 slugs to get ourselves up to level 8, get our first offensive psi ability, and prepare ourselves to fight Titanic Ant.
Yep, they're full up on burgers, they're ready to go. And we'll see how the slug grind goes. There's a couple different ways to do it. There's I guess the easy way to do it, which is just grinding the slugs here on the bottom floor. If you're counting slugs, you can also go up to the top floor and take a 6-pack of slugs to get the exact amount that you need. There's a couple different ways I've seen. There's some people grind on the second floor. Kind of interesting. There's a couple different strategies. Well, we'll see what our runners do this time.
Yeah, I've seen people take 12 on the first floor and try to grab another 4-pack on the way up to the third floor.
Another thing the slugs can do is they can drop a bomb at a very low drop rate, the lowest drop rate in the game, 1 in 128, I believe. The bomb is a fairly strong consumable item in this game, especially for this stage. Some people say it's cursed if you pick up a bomb from a slug.
Yeah, at this point of the game, it's a real heavy weapon and can make the Titanic Ant fight a lot more manageable.
Yeah, Uko having some rat troubles here. A lot of spawning in the way, but they managed to get to the grind spot. This rock on the ground is a very good indicator where you need to walk back and forth to get the slugs to spawn.
And the K is not being super forthcoming with the slugs for Uko.
There we go. I was gonna say, yeah, we didn't even see a mouse until just now. Getting the mouse caught up on the geometry here will prevent further mouse spawns, so you're more likely to get the slug spawning.
Yeah, it does make that grind so much more reliable.
Yep, and we have Attack Slug in the audience. So, Attack Slug, what are the slugs grinding today?
I think this is 16 for Raine. If I've been keeping my maths right. Oxcat grabbing her key.
Yep, our racers are getting at the grind here. LordTaco making it to the spots. Trying to despawn some mice, get some slugs spawning in. Raine now making his way up.
There's a 2-pack here. And a 3-pack for Raine.
3-pack. Today, the slugs are grinding out them pearly whites, according to Attack Slug. So, thank you for that valuable information. Oxcat not skipping out on the burger shopping this time. Yep, shopping and inventory management is actually a pretty big part of Earthbound, particularly in the full game speedrun. The inventory management being one of the, you could say, central mechanics of the game, particularly at high level play.
Yeah, not being able to put the items wherever you want, aside from the characters, does make it a lot trickier to minimize your menuing. Looks like this 4-pack here should take care of level 8 for Raine. Did not make it up to the third floor for that with that that 3-pack.
Yeah, interesting that Raine decided to stay here on floor 2 and find another 4-pack of slugs here. It worked out for them. Whoa,
That's a lot.
Oh, yep. Got lagged out there, I think. We got a double ant. But thankfully, with the power of Rockin', I think I would have killed there personally, but Raine's a much better racer than I am when it comes to this. It worked out for him.
Iframes took care of most of it there, so gonna life up and then refill our psychic points here with this guaranteed butterfly.
Yep, sometimes you have enough offense to instantly win against singleton Antoids at this point. I don't actually know what the odds are for having enough offense here, but Raine, luckily enough, not running into any Antoid spawns in the last room, and is on his way to fight the Titanic ants.
Let's start off with a Rockin' here. Gonna take care of the black Antoids behind Titanic ants so they can't get off any of their healing abilities. We want them out of the way. Titanic ants can do weak and strong attacks, steal our psychic points. Unfortunately, gonna steal another Rockin' from Raine there, and defense down as well.
Yeah, LordTaco unfortunately finding himself in a fight against a mouse, unable to get the geometry working as well as he would have liked. But this ant is being a little rude for Raine, but see how it goes.
Yep, still got a lot of healing items left to us. Every one of those shields slows the fight down just because we don't have anything better than the bat to do damage.
Oh, that's a 43. LordTaco making their way up to floor 2 to take on more slugs. Uko on their way to the Titanic ant boss. Raine making
a smash. That'll take care of it.
That smash is enough. Congratulations to Raine making it through Titanic ant. 22, high 30s. Uko, our next racer, up against the Titanic ants. These Antoids are special Antoids. They only do life up. Kind of annoying in a randomizer setting if you happen to run into them, but particularly for this fight, it makes it really difficult to win without Rockin' to take them out instantly.
It's nice that they make everything run away after you beat the Sanctuary boss. You don't have to worry about stuttering your way back through there.
Oh, Uko taking a KO.
Oh no.
Very unfortunate. And they will have to...
Taco getting red swirled by a black Antoid there.
Yeah, a little rough, but Taco makes it through. Uko now on the way back down to Onats and Giant Step. Will unfortunately have to take the photo commemorating this unfortunate incident. Thankfully, after beating Frank, all the wildlife run away from me, so you don't have to worry about any random encounters. LordTaco now going to start their ant fight here soon. Raine, on their way to the comp fights, is feeling confident enough not to do any additional burger shopping.
Foxcat getting put to sleep by Slug 5 here.
Oh no!
Oh no, an ant smash!
But they had a
He
heal.
didn't have the heal queued up. That was about the saving grace there. Never want to see the ant smash. If you don't already have a heal ready to go, you're in a world of hurt.
Yep. Yep. Ant is a tricky fight. No way around it. But LordTaco is through. Foxcat has finished her grind and is now on the way to Titanic Ant.
Uko trying to pull the slugs over a little bit to set up for an easier stutter. Fortunately grabbing that one.
Yeah. Possible there were some spawns up top causing lag. Foxcat now in her ant fight. Raine making his way through the cops. Cops can occasionally drop burgers. It's pretty nice if they do so. Uh-oh, Foxcat, no, they had a heal queued up, thankfully. Oh
no, another smash!
Man, Ant's got hands tonight.
We need to hope there's not an attack coming up here.
No, that...
Oh no!
Unfortunately, Foxcat is sent back home.
If the only way to recover that, unfortunately, is the ant to use a non-combat ability to follow that one up. It just does too much damage to be able to mash it out at this level.
Yeah, if your HP is too low, there's really just no hope of mashing it out regardless. So, if you just end up in a bad HP position for whatever reason, or you get outsped on a heal, or you outspeed a heal then get double hit, there's a couple ways Earthbound can just say no thank you. Raine now on their Captain Strong fights. Typically, most races will try and reserve 20 PP at least to throw out 2 Rockins. Captain Strong has about 140 HP, so 2 Rockins has a fairly good chance of KOing. But Rockin can miss, Rockin can low roll. But Raine makes it through, 14 HP, sub 30 on it. Not even 2730 on his timer. Very good run for Raine right now.
Yeah, anytime you're getting out of ONET with a 27, you're going to be a pretty happy camper. Anytime you're getting out of ONET, you're going to be a pretty happy camper.
Yeah, ONET, one of the most difficult parts of the game.
So Taco into the cop gauntlet. We've got Uko working back towards Titanic Ant. Not quite enough room there, I think, to stutter past that ant that was just outside the door.
Yeah. Thankfully makes it past. Excuse me.
Big smash on the
Here
cop
for round
there.
2. Yeah, very nice smash. Raine not encountering any ninja shrooms today.
Taco taking the cop's lunch out of it, too.
Always nice to get a
Burger for the stack. The outspeed on the heel.
Hate to see it. One more cop to go through.
Oxcat back to Titanic Ant here. Let the rock and fly. 23 hit to start off against.
Yep, Raine and Tucson is just completing some story flags before heading to the aptly named Fart Cave.
Okay, 7 psychic points. Still gets to get the rocket off.
Oh, that's a nice 105 for Oxcat. Uko makes it through. LordTaco on Captain Strong. Ox hanging in there.
Oh no, a miss!
Oh, a miss! But we get a defense down. It's fine. Wasted turn. And Ant is tame. Everyone is through Ant.
Yay! Strong losing his temper. Looks like we're gonna bash this one out.
And LordTaco is through with a slightly over 30 minutes on net. Still a very good time. Sub 30 is insanely good, I would say. Definitely top tier time if you can get under 30 minutes. But 30 minutes on the dot, or near the dot, is still really good. And Raine is not encountering much of anything here in the cave. Going up here.
A couple trips through there. There can be some tricky spawns. Not a lot of room to despawn anything in that cave.
Yeah, depending on how things go, there can be enemies that spawn pretty close to the door. I don't think there's anything that spawns on you at the door, unlike some other locations like Giant Step. You can use the cancel button to kind of bring out the menu really quickly to help pause enemy movement, and you can assess the situation. You can make things a little slower, but it can help with reaction time and things like that.
Yeah, having the extra moment to think about your situation definitely helps.
Mm-hmm. Oxcats picked up the skip sandwich in that cave there. Some new tech I've been seeing from a couple racers. Skip sandwiches are actually kind of expensive, more expensive than I thought. So having a free fast switch, it's gonna be kind of nice.
Yeah, it's been a popular lunch item this year in the Earthbound Super Series.
Uko starting their comp gauntlet as is Ox. LordTaco doing the initial Tucson story flags. Raine now coming back to get their iron pencil just to go back out to Peaceful Rest Valley. Also grabbing some skip sandwiches. So skip sandwiches are actually very useful in PRV. They can help you avoid some of the spawns in there. It's going to be very easy to get pincered or otherwise find yourself in a bad position. So increasing your overworld movement to dodge an encounter is much faster than taking an encounter. Dark Alexander, you've turned into a robot. The PRV robots get you. You become a whirling robo. So both our runners on the right doing well with the cops. Uko mashing out a heal there, very good. Oxcat on cop 3 of 4, Uko on cop 4 of 4. Raine and LordTaco high-fiving here, sort of. I was off by a room. But, they will be high-fiving here in PRV directly. Oh, unless that UFO gets in the way. I don't know if that was high enough to register the...
Oh, wait, UFO.
Oh, there we go. We got you back.
No longer robot-y.
We have unroboted you for now. I'm still keeping my eyes on you.
The night is young.
You gotta let us know if you start swishing back and forth at rapid speed. Okay, Raine now
I'm just
making...
preparing for the phase distorter.
Okay, I can't argue with that logic. Raine making their way through PRV proper. One of the... Honestly, I don't know if there's any easy sections of Earthbound if you're speedrunning it, but PRV, especially casually, is a very rough spot. It's a very long overworld dungeon. There's no shortcuts until you complete it. By defeating Carpenter. There's a couple different chests around with stuff. There's a bomb, there's a... Oh no! Okay,
Oh, manages
to survive.
That one.
Whew. Okay, dispatching that with Strong. Unfortunately, it keeps missing. But Strong just keeps getting angry at his life choices and finally goes down. Yes, the trees explode here in PRV is very unnecessarily rude. And we have Oxcats now out of ONAT at 35, mid-30s. Unfortunately, Raine loses an Ori point. Unfortunate.
Those things don't grow on trees.
It's very hard to get your Ori points. Very easy to lose them, though.
Grabbing the Sandlot here as well as the Holmes hat. Just gonna power up a little bit. These next few cultist fights can be quite dangerous if they go not according to plan.
Yeah, they have a bad habit of calling for help. They also have a bad habit of hitting you for a lot of damage if you don't get adequate headgear. And at this stage in the game, taking a KO will send you all the way back to Tucson, and you have to walk all the way through Peaceful Rest Valley again to get here, which is not great.
If there is the option to save here in Happy just in case, but most will opt to not do the long walk back through PRV.
Yeah, it's saving in Happy is, I guess it can be a safety strat if you're feeling like you might take a KO, but the main reason we save in Tucson, the department store, is so we can death warp back there with Paula, so we don't have to run with Paula through PRV, because those enemies, they don't run away from you after you defeat Carpenter. So you're gonna have to go backwards through PRV. There's a little shortcut toward the end, but two characters, it's much harder to evade enemies. If you have maybe a skip sandwich left over, maybe you won't be too terrible, but definitely quite a bit easier just to do the death warp. I guess if you die versus saving, you're gonna have to walk through PRV anyway, so I don't know how much time it really saves in the end.
Yeah.
Raine is through their shack fight. We did not have any shack nonsense here today. Unfortunately, we got a lot of cultists here in this cave here. You can't run from cultists. Their flag is unrunnable because of that. Oh, there's some UFOs over there. Hopefully LordTaco can make it through. He does. But yeah, because that shack fight is unrunnable, so the cultists themselves are fight is unrunnable. So if you run into a fight with them, you just kind of have to deal with it as best you can. Oxcat, thankfully, running away from a mushroom. We have the self-help stand. You could probably get past that tree, LordTaco. Especially if you had another skip sandwich.
Just barely snuck past Janet.
Oh. Unfortunately, some bad spawns for LordTaco here down south. Hopefully he gets a better one. Not in particular. Oh no, we're dead.
Oh, no.
But the UFO doesn't join in. Spinning robo itself isn't too bad. Unfortunately, we got
Raine
some,
getting a call for help. No good.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're calling for help already. Oxcat looking at the pencil array, the pencil statue going back. Uko, having picked up their pencil eraser, is now on their way to PRV.
And another call for help. Call to C.
Uh-oh. So this fight can be pretty dangerous, especially if you use Rocket on the shack fight. You're probably going to be low on PP here. So you may not necessarily have a Rockin'. If you're lucky, you'll have run into another butterfly, but it's not a guarantee. But Raine makes it through. No PP for the boss. You do want to end up with low HP, so life up isn't really the best idea. But does have food items to provide healing if need be.
Yep, Carpenter fight is scripted, so we at least know what we're going to have to work against. So generally a pretty safe fight, but we are also going to be kind of reliant on Carpenter's reflex here, not having any psychic points for Rocket.
Yeah, we can't augment any of the damage. It's easiest way to win is just to reflect the lightning back at him, but lightning only has a 25% chance to hit here. So it's fairly unreliable, as we see 4 misses in a row here. I don't think Carpenter can smash you, so that's one layer of protection. We can see here, set 3. Back
And
to
a big smash knocks it down.
very good smash.
Yeah, I think Carpenter can still hit in the upper 50s on a high swing, but...
Yeah, this attack just hits really hard, but I don't think he's capable of smashing. So if you know the damage ranges, you can play around it. But if luck doesn't go your way and you're trying like cookie strats to survive with only 6, wow, that was a very close tree hang up there, Uko.
Taco not having the psychic points for a Rocket here.
No. Yep. Unfortunately, that's having taken that Robo fight earlier drained his PP, and he was unable to use the rockets to clear out the encounter quick enough. And unfortunately, this has put Taco behind Oxcat, who is now on her way through PRV proper. LordTaco does have the advantage of not having to actually complete the shack fight. You just have to activate it. The main thing is you just need the Franklin badge to actually fight Carpenter. So LordTaco can go direct to Carpenter, depending on how things go in PRV for Oxcat and LordTaco. LordTaco may still be able to take the lead back. We'll see. Raine now starting on his Death Warp portion of the race. Uko going to the shack for the first time. Yeah, LordTaco will want to pick up a butterfly or 2 on the way there. If you do take a KO, you restart the game with 0 PP. And that's, as we've seen, that's not a situation, or low PP is not a situation you want to be in.
Got Raine dropping off the extra equipment here now. We do not need our defense items. Hoping to get set up for the Death Warp here. We'll do a high of HP for the reliable Crow Warp here, but...
Oh, and it's still a skip sandwich. Yeah. Very crows. That skip sandwich could have been useful later.
They could have.
Yeah, Oxcat unfortunately taking a fight with Whirling Robo. Is kind of finding herself in a similar situation of LordTaco, just low PP, having to use Healing Alpha and Life Up Alpha to keep topped off on their status. Did Uko skip shopping? I'm not.
I did not see. We'll see the next time we have a menu on that side.
Yeah, if they're taking 22 HP hits, then they may have done so. I think with the proper headgear, you take like mid-10s. Excuse me. So LordTaco and Ox has caught up with Ox through the PRV. Oh, will he be able to get hung up? It does.
Miracle Butterfly on Uko's side.
Oh, whoa. Yep, that butterfly is very good. Using the skip to get past this route. LordTaco did his best, but unfortunately was caught by 2 sprouts, but the big tree didn't join in, so Rocket will take care of that. The spinning robo would have caught Ox on the way down. But should be easily taken care of. It's nowhere near as dangerous as the UFO. Raine, now having death warped back pretty quickly, revives Paula and will now do the assorted final story triggers here to get into 3. I think we have a lot of exciting things going on for our other racers to commentate on.
Back fight 2, Uko's not playing around. Gonna drop that rocket on there and finish the fight in 1 shot thanks to that butterfly and happy. Gonna roll into Carpenter here, feeling strong now.
Yep, it's possible for Carpenter to KO himself if 2 thunders get reflected and do high enough damage. So we'll see what happens here. Ideally, Uko does take a hit or 2 to lower their HP for the death warp. But if it happens, if it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But both missed, so... Wow, only 6 damage? Man, that's going to be really relying on the thunders and to get out of here. Not going to be able to batch it out that way. LordTaco eating that preemptive hamburger. Getting their HP topped off, probably feeling unlucky with thunder strikes. Uko is definitely not getting any reflex here, and with their PP gone, they're gonna... Oh man, still not hitting anyone. I think this is a life up turn too. No, it's shield alpha, okay. I couldn't tell what cycle Uko was on. Skip sandwich heal. 118.
Reflect takes out Carpenter for LordTaco.
Yep, Uko's out too with 6 HP for the death warp. LordTaco didn't really seem to get hit there.
Just a crow standing in her way. Through the shack fight.
Got the cookie.
Oh, and the cookie.
Yeah. So, LordTaco and Uko now high-fiving in very similar positions. LordTaco is picking up the skip sandwich.
So you get the dancing shoes on.
Yep, it's well, there's plenty of earthbound action happening still, but if you need to get up and stretch and get hydrated, I know I need to drink some water to keep my throat soothed. No, Ox can't tell you one's called but not the other one.
No, not Cultist C. We don't need this.
Unfortunately, Ox does not have the PP for rockin'. Only a heal. Oh, we got
Cultist D.
This is gonna be turning pretty deadly here soon. Now we got E. Yeah, this is getting a little extra. I hope they got enough healing items to make it through. Okay, D down, E to go.
He just seems angry.
The multiplane rough
That one's
is, there we go.
Sheesh.
Alright, Uko getting the death warp. LordTaco still working on it. Multiplane rough is playing a little too nice here. Yep, Oxcat makes it through. Good job. Onto the Carpainter fights. Unfortunately, it seems like no one is really getting good Thunder Luck on Carpenter at all.
Yep, I keep telling myself the number is 25%, and I am just not buying it.
20% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to end well for Oxcats. Did not have enough HP to survive the hits and heal up. We'll have to walk back through PRV to challenge Carpenter.
That's so unfortunate. Having to burn through so much of the healing power, fighting through all those extra cultists really hurts your chances. And just not getting that reflect luck.
Yep. And Raine has now arrived at 3. We'll see how the graveyard treats him. We got some had some funny business with the flies earlier. We'll see if it goes any better for Raine. Oh, there's a... No! Raine, no! No!
No!
Oh, no! Oh, these zombie possessors are so fast, you can't run until turn 3. Oh, man. That one really didn't like Paula. Yeah, this is gonna go down. Well, thankfully, you just respawn right where the bus dropped you off, so it's a very short walk back to the graveyard. Paula is KO'd, that probably doesn't really matter all that much, but...
No, not the biggest loss. She will be revived after the cave sequence, so we will have her back for Boogey. And
oh, so many flies, you can feel the lag.
And everything here, as we've seen, is just fast and deadly.
Yeah, you drop all your defensive items, so it makes the death warp easier, but it certainly doesn't add to your survivability in 3 or elsewhere. And now we have the showtime for Uko. Oxcat's gonna give the Robo here the business for getting in her way. Raine running into another encounter mostly doesn't really matter. It's just a time waste. You know, you'll revive and then just go to a nice hotel. LordTaco unfortunately was not up high enough to avoid the photo trigger. You can avoid this trigger by sliding off the wall there to the right. You can also go in from the left side. That's a little faster. I don't know if there's any like pixel nonsense where you can get hung up on the wall imperfectly and still take the photo. So LordTaco now going to the back room, going to be starting on their show here soon. Oxcat now mostly through PRV, going to grab this butterfly, get some rockin' power for Rock Carpainter's World. And thankfully you can outrun the trees. They're not that fast, as long as you are in a good position relative to them. Meanwhile, Raine is starting his Jeff portion of the run. There's a couple things you need to do in the boarding school.
What? It just happened.
We're just keeping it. I mean, what we got the Sonic here for?
It is Sonic. We're being invaded. Someone's crashing the Runaway Fives party.
It must be the aliens.
For Uko.
Is this really the UFO? It's really fast. It's also swirling back and forth like a UFO. I don't trust it. Uko, having finished their Tucson journey, is now on the way to Threed. Oxcat's now rematching Carpainter.
Once more with feeling.
Up, flying to Reflect 1. I didn't hit anyone. But unfortunate, another hit like that I think would have just taken that Carpainter. But 110 on Rocket.
110, wow.
Unfortunately didn't get hit there, but this lands is... Oh, wasn't it?
There you go. That'll take care of it.
Oxcat is through. Congratulations to her. Now on to the Death War portion of the program.
Raine having dealt with our bad key salesman, we're gonna go and get our items out of the lockers here. Need to grab our pop gun and our Holmes hat to gear up before we head out into the cold winter's night.
Yep, and Uko is now making their way through the graveyard. We'll see. They have a kinder graveyard. I can feel the lag, so maybe not, but we'll see. Lots of flies. Yep, they can be hiding behind those trees up there. If you go down to that tree and back up, it seems to avoid the spawn trigger, I think it is, for those tiles there right above the tree line. But sometimes these enemies on the left, you can't just despawn them. They get into bad positions. Yeah, that fly's going right for you. Alright, Raine, having got the Bubble Monkey now, starting his journey southward. We'll see if he takes a safety dog if one shows up. We're gonna take the crow. We might steal your one healing item. There's the dog. Oh man, Bubble Monkey with the green.
What a gap
bread
there.
roll. All right, 50-50 bread roll.
Uko made nice use of all of the gravestones in the graveyard, and I do mean all of them, to get through those zombie possessors.
Real journey around the graveyard to avoid all those spawns. And now it's LordTaco's turn. Fortunately, Raine went into the wrong tent. It's the far left tent.
Just so excited for Stu.
Zombie possessors in LordTaco's way. You have to take a fight. You don't want to deal with the zombie possessor. It is really fast. Oop, flies.
That's it.
And everyone get your emotes out for Tessie.
Oxcat through the death warp there finally.
Did LordTaco manage to... Oh no, red. Oh, and that trash can. Ooh,
yeah, the flies were not having any of letting them up to the zombies, unfortunately.
Mm. Oh, that's a smash on the Ness.
And a joiner on.
Yeah, and the ghost can just call for more ghosts.
I forgot about that. That's extra terrible. Unfortunate for LordTaco there, but gets to respawn at the drop-off point and try again.
Yep, Oxcat has completed her death warp and is now going through the motions in Tucson. Uko now on the Jeff portion of the program. Gonna do the Snowwood boarding school stuff. Put a singular fly in there. And we got it despawned. Hopefully LordTaco has a better time getting back down.
Come on, flies.
Yeah, with Paula down, there's really zero reason to take any fights. If you end up with a fight with a singular fly, you can KO it with a freeze. Paula can get enough levels for fire, which can help against the Boogey tent later. That's about the only fight you should maybe consider taking in the graveyard.
Raine making an attempt at the first proto skip, not quite sneaking by there. And a call for help right off the bat. I hate to see it.
Yep, the strongest enemy in the game, showing us why it's the strongest, not the third strongest.
The real strongest.
Looks like Raine is defending, probably trying to wait until they have the ability to run away, and they make
There we go.
Yeah, he makes the third. Good job. Now we have the duck. The duck is pretty far left. Can try and get it down into this little pathway here so you don't have to fight it. It's just like the last race, it seems to have gotten hung up on the geometry. Oh, no, it hasn't. It's just being stubborn. Uko now making their way through South Winners. Taco now starting on their Jeff program. And Oxcat now heading into the show. The duck isn't terribly dangerous. It has a lot of useless moves it can do on you. But it can't smash you. It's done it to me twice. It is my nemesis. But he goes down with
that was just awful. What a way to find out a duck can smash.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do about it. Like, unless you have somehow the psychic foresight to queue up a healing. And Raine makes it through the second proto fight without fighting it. Good job. Yeah, you're just kind of... The duck smashes you, you're done. Now everyone get your emotes out for Tessie. Just like Tessie, make sure you stay hydrated, moisturized, in your lane, and flourishing. Raine stuttering past the first slug. These slugs, however, we don't grind on them. They're more chill, more casual, so we'll just skip on past them if we can.
Very nice stutters through that whole first room there.
Wow, and nothing here in part 2 until that third section there where the pond that the pond cave is known for is. Yeah, very kind pond cave to Raine. So unfortunately we won't visit the Raine E-Circle.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Most of my jokes are bad, but sometimes they come through.
Those are the best kind. So one of those will stay stuck there. Able to get the despawn on that upper mushroom, able to get him hung up on the cliffside there. Monkey's gonna go off to his next adventure. We're gonna go and see our estranged father, hopefully not see any cave boy encounters here.
Yeah, the cave boys are not a good fight you want to take. They have tons of HP, even if in a casual playthrough, even if you're here with a couple more levels under your belt for whatever reason. It's just going to take forever. They always drop a picnic lunch, so that's kind of nice if you need a picnic lunch. Uko, screen is frozen. We don't know the status of the strongest enemy in the game.
We will wait in suspense. LordTaco trying to despawn the crow here on the way down to the Tessie Watchers.
But it's tame.
It's gone! Hooray!
That was a close fight. We didn't get to see
Skyrunner sent off for Raine.
Yeah, Raine's well on their way to finish closing out to the Boogey %. Uko now trying to get the duck skip. Duck has been pretty uncooperative tonight. Oxcat now in threed. When do their graveyard, perhaps we'll have a very good graveyard from Oxcat. I hope so. It's not good. Yeah, the dark whirling robo back again. Or perhaps you are transmitting from inside the Skyrunner. Well, we have Tessie sighting number 3 tonight. Get your Tessie emotes out. Uko running into Protoplasm through 2, unfortunately. Sometimes it happens. Bubble Monkey may or may not be cooperative. And Uko is now through the Dungeon Man dungeon. So on their way to Pond Cave, we'll see if Pond Cave is as nice to them as it was for Raine. Oxcat's now on their way to the Jeff portion of the program.
Alright, hopefully I'm back this time.
Yes, you're back. You have become unroboticized.
Hooray. Raine coming in for a landing.
Well, Uko got the green on that mouse with some Bubble Monkey tactics. LordTaco making their way through, going to go face the Protoplasm straight up. Raine on their way to the tent.
What kind of rolls are we going to see today?
Oh, skipping the teddy bear. Not going safe today. Going right for it.
Every edge.
Left side tent here. We got a zombie dog, but thankfully he didn't run right at him.
Like we got normal dog helping to play blocker for zombie dog.
LordTaco, unfortunately, trying to get this duck. The duck remaining uncooperative. Uko, unfortunately, in a fight. 430, that's pretty good. Boogey has 590-ish HP.
99, so just got to do some cleanup on Boogey here. The bottle rocket should take care of it as long as Jeff does his job.
Yeah, no one got confused. And Boogey is down, so congratulations to Raine. Uko, unfortunately, taking a death in the Pond Cave. Yeah, Raine just has to mash through all these numbers here, and he'll be on his way to victory. Can Taco get the proto skip? Unfortunately, was not able to do so.
Not so much the second time.
And so with the jar of fighting acquired, Raine has finished with a time of 1:08:43. Congratulations.
Very nice time.
Yeah, I think 1 sub 10 is good.
Absolutely.
All right, my race is up next, so I will be departing commentary to set up for that.
All right. Well, thank you for joining, Static. Best of luck to you in the race. We'll be looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Take care.
All right, so Uko trying to make way through Pond Cave here. We've got Mushroom kind of holding its own down there in the bottom, trying to stutter our way through here if we don't have too much going on. Very tricky stutters through here between the lag and the narrow corridors. It can be tricky to get Jeff through that little hole there, but it looks like Uko's got that one under control. Very, very nice. On to room 3. Meanwhile, Oxcat working down towards the Tessie Watchers, getting that crow there, sneaking up on Bubble Monkey. LordTaco trying to get through Palm Cave there. A couple of sneaky spawns there from those slugs. All right, able to get those D-spawns there onto the third room for LordTaco. Uko's blowing bubbles with Bubble Monkey. Grabbing the bottle rocket and trying to work our way out. And those mushrooms should be stoppable. Oxcat having some dinner with the Tessie Watchers before our final Tessie ride of the race. LordTaco is out of Pond Cave. So Uko setting up. We got the Skyrunner ride coming here. LordTaco will be just shortly behind. Ooh, grabbing the Cave Boy fight there, unfortunately, the Red Swirl. This is going to be a very dangerous fight. And did. Was able to get away. Very nice. Able to avoid those photo triggers there. At this point, healing up, gonna prepare for the Boogey fight. Oxcat taking a slow ride across Tessie Lake. Is that actually the name of the lake? Is it Tessie Lake? Someone can correct me. I don't know if there is a canon name for it. Lock test? I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Oxcat despawning the goat here, heading into Brick Road. Let's see what Proto has in store. Oh, the skip sandwich strats. Monkey was not cooperating. Through first Proto, biggest hurdle is overcome. We're gonna see what the duck has in store for us. Hasn't been all that cooperative tonight. Can be very tricky to get this skip set up. Opting just to charge into it. There's only so much time you can burn trying to get it into position before it just becomes worth it to go ahead and fight the duck. Cooking up for a little extra health. And nice second proto skip. Very good. Into Pond Cave. Hopefully not gonna see too many fights through here. It's a very tight stutter through these first rooms. Alright, both those slugs are down. There is a safety burger up here in the present coming up, so we'll have an option to get some extra healing. One kid down for Uko. Gonna save a little bit of the text after Boogey 10. I did not see what the BBR roll was. Boogey tent is down. GG's to Uko. LordTaco getting out of the grave site there, grabbing our teddy bear and heading off to fight his own tent. Cat do a nice job of stuttering around the mouse there, getting through that narrow corridor into Pond Cave 3. Can't do anything about the mushrooms there. You just need to respawn them here at the door. Or 67. Trying to get away from the Boogey tent. Interesting choice. And the bottle rocket does not work. Thanks a lot, Jeff. So we've got Rockin' to still help us out. I don't believe Paula has a whole lot. I didn't see if Taco got an extra level from any fights. And the Boogey tent is down with the Rockin' from LordTaco. GG's. Alright, Oxcat is out of Pond Cave and on to start our last Skyrunner flight of the evening. Taco should be wrapping up the text mash portion here in just a moment. Nice, sneaking in there with a 1:17:59. Very nice race. Oxcat just has the last hurdle of the Boogey tent to overcome here. Quick break for the Skyrunner fight. Everybody can stretch their legs, refill their waters. I know I need to. Don't forget we do have one more awesome race coming up. We got Octopus Scale versus Static Pulse. Should be a hot one for sure, so definitely stay tuned for that. shout outs to our restreamers for keeping us looking and sounding good tonight. Thanks to chat for telling me when I start to sound like a robot. Don't know what's going on with my Discord today. A smooth landing. One more chance for a tech skip. Skipping the teddy bear on Oxcat's side. And throw caution to the wind, heading off to save the day. She dodged a couple of spawns there. That fly was looking at us funny, but went the other way. So come on, Jeff, do your thing. 527, retake those. They throw their best, and Rockin' does the job. Get your GGs in chat for Oxcat. Yep, Earthbound gave nothing away this evening. Everybody did a great job persevering through all of its whimsy. Oxcat grabbing her fly honey there for final time of 122.47. Very nice job for everybody. Alright, I think we're going to be switching gears here to get ready for the next race. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be disconnecting here, but you're going to have some fine friends joining us here in the coming race, so stay tuned.